Hello guys, I haven't done one of these in a little while. A YouTube video where I show you like my daily makeup plan. As weird as it sounds, I get girls asking me all the time, well, what kind of this do you use and what kind of that do you use? And especially on sets and everything. And I don't use anything expensive. I actually use the same stuff pretty much all the time because it looks good on my face, and so I figured I'd just go through it today and let people see how I do makeup. Hi, this is me, no makeup. I've got pretty good skin. I don't know, I guess I should zoom in on it and be like, see? But thanks, Mom, for good genes. And so I washed my face, and that's pretty much all I've done today except put moisturizer on. I don't use any specific kind of moisturizer. Somebody gave me this one. It's this one's an expensive brand. It's Olay Henriksen. And it's actually a night cream, but it's moisturizer, and I'm using it right now because I don't care. At least it gets your face hydrated. Usually I use oil of Olay. Yeah, because I'm old. I mean, you know, I'm not old. I'm older. And I say that all the time. Okay, this is my coffee for the day, so this is why I'm already so cheerful. Oh, it's so tasty. Okay, let's do this. So, first thing I'm gonna do is put on, okay, so the only thing I've done to myself so far is I washed my face. I put on this, that's moisturizer. Use it every day, ladies. Every single day. And don't just use it on your face, use it on your neck. I use it all the way down to here because then it keeps my neck fresh and my tattoos fresh. And then I rub it in my hands because they say that on ladies, your hands are the first place that you show age because people forget. They remember to moisturize their face and then they forget to moisturize their hands, and then their hands start to look old. I don't want old looking hands. So then I put on moisturizer, and then I put on this. And yes, I love it to death. It's primer from Bare Minerals. It's not super expensive, but it's not super cheap, and it's primer, and you just put a little bit on your face and it helps your makeup go on smoother. Use it. This one I actually really like. Really like. I've tried a bunch. A lot of them I don't like. That one I really like. Okay, so next, I'm using cheap stuff. L'Oreal. And yes, I'm using two of them because it's winter time right now, so I'm in between shades. My face gets darker in the summer, and I use 203, and in the winter, I used to use 202 only, but I don't know, for whatever reason, my skin is just a little bit, you know, now I use both to make a nice little mix. So that's what I'm using today. L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow, because I want to glow like a pro, apparently. And I'm putting it on my, putting it on a brush. Sometimes I use one of those little egg-shaped things, and sometimes I use a brush. I go back and forth. I don't care, I just don't use my fingers. I rarely use my fingers. Every once in a while, I'll forget that I cleaned my brushes like the night before, and they're not dry yet, and so then I'll use my fingers. But I prefer a brush just because, well, mostly because I don't get my fingers dirty. So here you go, boom. I put like that much on, and it's both colors. I don't really mix them together. I mix them together when it hits my face, and I just paint myself like an Indian. Like this. I paint myself just like they used to on cartoons for American Indians, and then I just brush it all in. Now don't tell me that was insensitive or something like that. I was just trying to give you guys an illustration of what I was doing. Somebody will be offended by that, and I'm like, no, it's just what I remember growing up with on cartoons, silly. There you go, see? So I'm rubbing it all in. I put it under my eyes, like that. I make sure it's all over. I don't usually put it on the tops of my eyes, so I usually do that last, and whatever's left on the brush, I just kind of rub on top of my eyes. But you're doing other stuff with your eyes later, so. And you always bring it down onto your throat, because otherwise, if you've ever seen those girls that go out in public and they have like a line right here because they did their makeup and they stopped right there, So you never stop right there. You always stop on your neck and you drag it down. And it helps in case you have a little bit of discoloration or line difference between your makeup and your real body. Then it like fades away. There you go. So, ta-da! I kind of look the same, don't I? I know. I kind of look the same. And then, like I said, I just take the leftover brush and just kind of barely brush it over the eye. So, that's it. Ta-da! Oh, that's not it. Okay, so now I'm done with this one. And I usually lay out all my stuff on my counter, and then as I use it, I put it away, because then I know I'm done using it. This one is, again, L'Oreal. Ha! They get a lot of my money, don't they? I mean, not a lot, because it's not very expensive, but this one's L'Oreal True Match, and it's C1, C2, which is the lightest color of their True Match blush. And they have a darker one, but it's pretty dark. Every once in a while I use it in the summertime. Once I've gotten really tan, then I'll switch to that one. But this one's really rosy, so it makes me have rosy cheeks. Oh no! I just broke the blush. We hate when that happens. It was almost gone anyway. I have a whole nother one that's full, but I'm all about using all that I have until it's gone. There it goes. So I'll end up having to throw this one out in the next day or two. But I just go on the top of my cheekbones because it's rosy. If it's a really dark color, I put it under my cheekbones. But when it's a really light rosy color, I put it on the top of my cheekbones. You didn't even think about that, did ya? Top and bottom of the cheekbones. All these guys are like, I don't care, I'm not putting on makeup, but you look pretty. Thanks. All right, so that's it. I put blush on. I usually just wait till I see color, and then that's it. Let's see, next on the list, I'm gonna use this. It's Under Eye Corrector. Basically, it's lightener for under the eyes, because most people feel like they have dark circles under their eyes. I don't really feel like I have big ones, but sometimes when I'm on camera, you can kind of see it. I guess maybe the lighting or the shadowing or something is darker. So I always put it on just like that. Now I look like a football player, kind of. And all this is L'Oreal, again, L'Oreal Eye Concealer Corrector. And to see how light it is, it's really bright. So I just take that and then I use that same little one and I just dab it. And all it does is it adds it's a little bit lighter than the rest of my foundation. So hopefully it just brightens under the eye a little bit. Which is the whole point, is you want your eyes to look bright. Because when your eyes look bright, they look awake and happy and all kinds of stuff. I'm always awake and happy. Okay, next. I'm gonna do my lippies because I can. Somebody gave me this one because they didn't like it. So this is Sephora. It's a gel lip liner in this color. It's really dark actually, so I don't use a lot of it. But when you line your lips, your lipstick stays like forever. So I don't even use, like if I rubbed it on really dark, it would be really dark. There you go. See, now you can see that I have lip liner on. And then this is one of my more favorite ones. This one's a Neutrogena color stick, and it's in like nude. I don't know what the actual color is anymore. Oh, there it is. Classic nude. There you go. Classic nude. It literally is the color of a natural lip. And when I put it on, it's almost gone. And then rub it in with that lip liner. It's not super colorful. You see how it's not super colorful, which is great because I don't really want like this big bold color. There you go. Hi there. Am I kissable yet? Am I kissable yet? Okay. Then before I start my eyes, I put on my little my powder, I guess. This is my favorite powder of all time, and it's e.l.f. brand, which is really inexpensive, and I think this is the translucent sheer. This one's the sheer powder, which means that it has no color. It literally just goes over top of your whatever you put on. So I put it on over everything, and it just finishes your look. It evens out anything that didn't get even, and it's supposed to be for HD look, like it makes your face look smooth, and it does. It doesn't dry my face. Like sometimes when you put on powder it looks cakey, and sometimes when you put on powder it like the rest of your makeup starts to chalk, you know, and peel off, or you start looking like you have fine lines everywhere because your face is so dry. But this one, all it seems to do is, I don't know, it makes everything look smooth. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. But like once in a while when I'm on set and they do my makeup, and they put a lot of makeup on you when you're on set. They just really do. They put layer upon layer of makeup on. And sometimes after about a half hour or an hour, I'll go back and I'll look really closely, and I'll see like all these fine lines under my eyes and stuff like that. And I'll be like, ew, what's that? And then they have to go touch it up and everything like that. And all it is the makeup kind of caking. And so, there, that's all I got. So now this is all done, and it should start to look like I'm wearing makeup. I don't wear a ton of makeup, so it's not like you're gonna see all this, you know, enormous transformation. Next I'm gonna do my eyebrows. So this is, I don't know, probably some cheap something that somebody gave me a long time ago, or that I bought a long time ago. I don't use expensive kinds of eyeshadows and everything, but I'm just taking a little bit of the darker color, not the darkest one, but like the second darkest color, and I use it on my brows to like fill them in. They don't really need filled in, but like it helps shape them so that they always look, I don't know, shapely. There, like that's all I did. So I only added a little, and see now you can see this not done one. You see how that side right there is kind of, it's not very full. So I go in there and I just fill it in with a little color, see? And then I even it out by putting it all the way through the color. I have really good eyebrows, I feel like I never plucked them or anything like that. And so they're full, and I like them, and I like the shape, so I never have to do very much. Done. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it's easy. It's just like, I don't have to do very much. All right, next, I can put all that away. All that's left is my eyes, yay! Today I'm gonna put on lashes because they're fun. So I have these Demi Wispies, and I usually use my lashes 2 or 3 times because I can. And so all I have to do is put them on with lash glue. I don't always use lashes, but when I'm gonna go on cam and I want to wear like something that's very sultry, I guess. And sometimes I just feel like dressing up, if that makes sense. Like there's days when you're like, you know what, I'm gonna wear that suit, you know, and that tie. Or in other days you're just like, I'm wearing a pullover, you know. So today I just kind of felt like today's gonna be a day where I dress up and have some extra fun. Sometimes I dress up when I'm not feeling well, because fake it till you feel it, right? Sometimes when you're not feeling well, you don't want to work, and sometimes when you're not feeling especially well, you don't feel pretty, so then I'll put on lashes because it just makes me look finished. So fake it till you feel it. I'm about 85% today. I'm not quite 100%. I still got some weird thing going on with my sinuses, but it's just part of life, especially when springtime comes in Oklahoma. The winds blow and my allergies go haywire. So hold on. So I put on the glue. I use Duo glue. It's the best glue in the world. This one. It's black, so when it dries, it looks like eyeliner. and it works and it doesn't hurt my eye. Sometimes other people will use other glue on me on like set and it can burn, so Duo's the best. And you have to like wait for it to like half dry on here. See, you have to wait for it to like half dry on there before you put it on your eyeball, otherwise it like, you know, goes all over the place. Okay, un momento. Wow, that was easy. Yay, where's my easy button staples? Because that one actually worked. Sometimes I spend 5 minutes trying to get it in the right place, and sometimes I do it right the first time. So hold on, it's on. I'm just gonna double check the corners. Perfect. And see, now you can kind of see. You can kind of see. Hopefully you could see a little. So it's on. The corners are down. I'm gonna do the other one and then I'll start like lining my eyes and stuff like that, because yeah, it looks a little silly right now because there's no eyeliner on, and so it kind of looks like you can see the eyelash, but when you're done, because you put a little bit of liner on and because you put your other eye makeup on, they look real. They look real-ish. Like I can usually tell when a girl's got lashes on because they just look unnaturally thick and stuff like that, but everybody likes when a girl looks up at you with those beautiful eyes and then goes, oh, something like that. I don't know. I'll work on that little look. I'll work on that look. I always get impatient here. Like, can you dry already so I can put you on so I can keep on going? And so there you go. There's the glue. You can't really see it. But this one, these I actually had on yesterday too, because I had lashes on yesterday when I was on cam. And I really liked it. Like yesterday I thought it looked really pretty. There's some days, is that weird to say? Like there's some days when I'm on cam and I'm like, what did I do wrong? And I think those are the days that I like went too fast getting ready. And then there's other days I'm like, man, she looks good. Oh. All right, hold on. I gotta put this one on now. Okay, it's mostly on. I think that corner right there isn't on all the way, so. Better, yay! I have lashes on. So, now I'm gonna put some mascara on. You don't really need a lot of mascara because your lashes already look full and beautiful, but you always want them on the bottom. And for whatever reason, I feel like putting mascara on helps the fake lash stick to the real lash, so then it doesn't fall off during the day. feel like this mascara is almost gone, but I actually really like the brush. Sometimes the mascara is no good, but the brush is really good. I like that the brush has a little hump on it. Go. And then the edges both look like they came up for me today, so I'm double checking them. Okay, they're all right. All done. See, look, now I've got, you can see the eyelash stuff on it. So now I put my eyeliner on. I know some people do this first. I like to put the eyeshadow or the eyeliner or the mascara on first instead of this, so then I can see how much more I need. So let's see, my eyelash or my mascara was CoverGirl, but literally I have like 6 mascaras because I have somebody that likes to try a lot of mascara, and then when they don't like it, they give it to me. And I'll use anything for mascara because it's not like I found one that I am absolutely to die for or whatever. And I think that's where I got this eyeliner too, is they didn't like this eyeliner. So hey, if you've got a girlfriend who loves spending money on makeup, just befriend her. This one is Jordana, which is probably an expensive brand. I have no idea. Jordana. But it's actually really good. I like this one a lot. It's very smooth to apply. It comes off kind of easy, so I put it on and then I use eyeshadow to like stick it on there. But I actually really do like it. Okay, so I did the under eye already. Now I'm going to do the top of the eye. And this is what hides the lash. This is what hides the lash, so people don't know that you're wearing fake lashes. Now I have really dark, really dark eyes. And then if I was gonna go for like a black look today, like if I was gonna wear all black lingerie or something like that, then I'd probably keep it black. But generally, now I take a really thin, un momento por favor. Oh goodness. Generally, I take a really thin eyeshadow brush and use brown to kind of, now this is what holds the mascara, or this is what holds the eye makeup all day. This eyeliner is rather wet. So this is like dry, so it helps hold it in place. And if I don't use it, it tends to come off on my eyes when I open my eyes really big. So I just kind of press it into place. Sometimes when I'm done with this, there's a little bit of eyeshadow that gets on my cheeks. There you go. There's a little bit of eyeshadow that gets on my cheeks, so I just take a brush and wipe it like this so I don't have like flakes of eyelash. Hey, Ninja, don't play with my extensions. Those are my extensions. I washed them last night. They're really bright, and once I get them all up in my hair, then my hair's that big full bounciness. Hold on, let me stop him from it before he like takes them and drags them off. Silly. So today, I think I might go for the curly look again, just because it was really fun. I did curly hair yesterday, and then I had a whole bunch of fun with oil, and so I had a huge mess, and even my hair got all messed up. So I washed my hair, of course, and my extensions and everything, so now I'll redo my hair today. So the last thing that I do is I have two brushes. You see how one's dark and one's light? That's because this is where I use the dark eyeshadow, and this one's where I use the light eyeshadow, so that it doesn't mix too badly. And I just put the dark shadow in the corner like this. I kind of do it in a triangle pattern, and then I do the light shadow everywhere else. And I don't really do much more than that. Sometimes on the, like I said, on the days that I'm doing like black clothing, like black lingerie or something like that, I'll really smoke out my eyes. All that really means is I'm doing more than this. All it really means is I take extra time to do layers and layers of smoky. But when I'm using color and stuff like that, I generally just do one layer of smoky, and then I grab all the light color and I do the light color on the top and in the front corner. I just do a light color all the way across the top and all over the front corner, because it brightens your eye if you have a light color on the inside. And then I just rub it all together. I kind of rub it all together until it makes a nice mix. And sometimes I use a different one, and sometimes I use the same one. It kind of just depends on how much you have to rub. Like today, there's not very much I have to rub, but I feel like I have to rub this clean. There it goes. And then I look at it and I'm like, looks even. And that's it. All my makeup's put away. That means I did it all. And it looks really pretty. And it doesn't look too intense. Sometimes I look at it and I'll be like, okay, a little more blush. Okay, a little more on the eye here and there. But for the most part, this is it. This is me. I'm almost ready. Time to do all my hair up and everything like that. That takes a whole long time. So I'm gonna get to it. See you guys on cam. See you guys on sets. See you guys on the internet, because that's where I am. Hope you liked this video. Share it with your girlfriends. I don't know. See you laters.